Hey everybody, my name is Danielle and this is Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. Your presence is very much appreciated. So welcome or welcome back. Today I'm going to chat about Hallmark Movies and Mysteries' new original movie, Love's Portrait. This was a nice surprise for me. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts, keep listening. All right, Love's Portrait. It premiered on Sunday, September 4th at 9 p.m. Eastern. It was on the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel. It stars Aubrey Reynolds, who plays Lily, and Richard McWilliams, who plays William. And the synopsis is as follows. Museum curator Lily finds a painting that's identical to her and searches for the artist in Ireland. There, William, a charming man, joins her on her quest and helps her rediscover love. So Lily's search leads her to Ireland, where she first tracks down who mailed the painting. In comes William as he runs the post office with his sister, Say, and Lily tracked down their post office, which is where the painting was sent from. They decide to help Lily, but throughout, we as the viewers know that William knows more than he's willing to share in the beginning, right? He knows a little bit more about the painting. But anyway, they go on this quest to find out who was the painter or who painted the portrait. The storyline surrounds if he, meaning William, will fess up with what he knows at the risk of his impending relationship with Lily, and the feelings that they are developing for one another throughout the movie. This movie was a surprise to me. I hadn't planned on watching it originally, but I'm happy I did. The movie had a lot of charm. It was filmed in Ireland, and the landscape and the scenery was beautiful. I really liked the landscape. They got nice shots. I really liked the shot with Lily on the steps in front of the cottage. It was a nice fall look with all of the leaves. I thought that was really, really pretty. For the most part, I liked the performances. I like the inclusiveness. This time we saw it present itself as Lily signed with a coworker and later on with another person in the movie towards the latter part of the movie. So in Lily's office or in the museum, one of the girls on the staff on their team was deaf. The only criticism I have is that the staff didn't necessarily speak facing the girl for her to read lips if she needed to, and it just kept happening every time they had a scene with that young lady. It did distract me a little bit, but I liked the fact that Lily knew sign language and was able to communicate with the deaf girl, with her coworker. Not to mention Lily was the only one in that office that signed, so I like that aspect in the movie. Lily is also a widower. I like how they developed her story and the opportunity to believe in love again. And William, he faced heartbreak with an American girl he was going to marry that left him at the altar, or left him with no warning, and he never got answers to why. So that was his heartbreak story. So it's no wonder he was so careful in getting into another relationship with Lily. But the lead characters, to me, I thought they worked well together. I thought the Lily and William character, I thought I believe them as love interests, right? I believe them as a romantic couple. I like that. I did hear the accent, right? Because the film takes place in Ireland. William is Irish, right? Say, the sister, she's Irish. And I did hear the accents fade in and out. That was something very noticeable, but it didn't pull me out of the story 100%. But I did hear the accents fade in and out. So that was one minor criticism, if you will. The sister, to me, Saoirse, it's hard to pronounce her name. She was so clever in getting Lily's number in the beginning by taking the selfie with the three of them, William, Saoirse, and Lily. And she said, "Hey, Lily, give me your number and I'll send it to you." And she was doing this for her brother because he clearly had interest in Lily, right? And we later see the feelings develop. I also like the acknowledgement and the recognition that Lily gave Saoirse in her life's choices. Sometimes it's needed to hear that what you're doing in your life adds value to the world, and I like that scene where Lily kind of acknowledged and recognized what Saoirse was doing in her life and how she contributed to the world and that it mattered and it had value. So I really like that scene. I also learned a little bit about the prefix of O and Mick in the surnames, right? The Irish surnames. There's meaning behind it. And if I remember correctly, the O prefix is the grandson of, whereas the Mick prefix is the son of. So that was cool to learn in the movie, a little education there. There was a funny moment when William talked about his sister having an incident with a kite. And this was the scene when Lily and William were flying kites. Lily had mentioned that Saoirse didn't join them, and William said it was because there was an incident that happened when they were kids, and it was a long story. So that not only made me chuckle, but it made me curious. Like, what is that story, right? What could have happened to Saoirse when she was a kid flying a kite? So that was cute. I really did like this movie. It was warm. It had a lot of charm. I loved the story. I was engaged in the story. I was rooting for William and Lily, and I'm happy it all worked out. The kiss was nice. The attempted kiss before they got to the first kiss and then the final kiss. The attempt at their kisses, the first kiss, that was nice. I liked how that played along. I believe these two leads as a couple. I thought they worked well together. This was a very sweet movie. I liked it a lot. If you haven't seen it, I recommend watching. You won't be disappointed. Love's Portrait. Have you seen the movie? What did you think? You have to let me know your thoughts in a comment below. All right, and that's all I have. So be sure to come back and give me a listen. I'd love for you to like, share, follow, and subscribe, all of which will help my channel grow. So thank you in advance. My name is Danielle, and you're listening to Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I appreciate your support. And that's all I have. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.